Yo, what's up? Incredible Adrings. Thank you indeed for clicking this video. Respect to yourself, man. You see, you're a good vibes human. And let me tell you what you are all about here. Which is generally good vibes. Because we believe in spreading love, peace, forgiveness, honesty, and good vibes to all humans across the whole world. We do that by reacting together to very many videos, all with the intentions of spreading love. Out of Africa, I'm your host, Y311H. Kindly join us till the end, hit the like button, and tell us where you're watching. Let's dive in. Oh man, this is a good start, man. There is some good vibes guy here with his pets, some kangaroos. You see, I've never seen them, but no, they are good vibes if they can chill with that guy, you see? And then please leave your thoughts on this. Oh, you see, look at this one. Incredible things that I've just clicked. Look at this. This is the moon that has been zoomed, and it has been zoomed. What can you see there? Look at this. Wait, do you think this is real?
Does anyone else's dog just sit at the table? Every single meal, it's breakfast right now. He just sits with us, and we didn't make him sit here, and he just loves the company.
No, but even if
Like, this is him at Christmas. We didn't make him sit here. He just sat here the whole time. Like, my mom and I, we'll come downstairs or we'll be doing something, and he's just sitting at the table casually. Like, he'll just sit and ponder. I don't know. Like, when we set the table to eat, he sat ready, and he sits there with us. And he never tries to eat the food that we're eating, ever. Like, he's just sat. Does not matter what's going on. He's always just happy to be there.
children of Israel, both natural and grafted in, it's not New Year. It's not the new year according to the seasons and the times that the Most High set for us. He set the moon and the sun to determine seasons and signs. Signs of the moon, signs of the month changing. Times that we are supposed to follow. But Rome came and changed the times, the seasons, the months. And it is not the new year. Everything is dead in winter. Dead. Mammals are hibernating. They don't break forth and rise until spring. April the 8th is the new year. April the 8th is the new moon. Sundown on April 8th starts the Sabbath, and we are to follow it every 7 days according to the new moon. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the follies. I'm tired of falling for the foolishness that they have set before us, erasing out all of the signs and the seasons and the times that the Most High has set for His people. They want us to follow their calendar, their pagan holidays, their signs, and erasing the Most High. April 8th, 2024 is spring. We are still in 2023. April 8th is the total solar eclipse. I'm going somewhere with this. So it's not the new year. I will wish you a happy new year come April 8th. I'm tired of the lies. I'm not going to be nobody's April Fools. Y'all notice that? There's a day called April Fool's Day. They're making a mockery out of all of you who follow their calendar. They know. They want us off track. They want us not to be able to follow the signs and the seasons and the times. I'm not falling for the okie doke. No more. They want us to follow Rome, which is the beast system. I'm not falling for it. No more. So come April, I'll wish you a happy new year. Y'all take care. Be blessed.
What is that thing? Looks like a bottle opening up in the sky, or what's going on? This is crazy, man. Oh my god. These are those weird stuff where we see in movies. And this one is another one.
Papá.
Ha!
Nos acabamos de decir que ahorita.
Can you, good people of Earth, can you understand
Before you go
that?
to sleep
What?
every night, visualize yourself being, doing, and having the good which you desire. Because while you are asleep, your conscious mind is in abeyance for a longer period of time than at any other period in your daily life. And when you impress the subconscious just before going to sleep, the subconscious works with that idea that you've given it, even while you're asleep. The subconscious mind will be correlating you with all of the good which you have visualized. You say you may not realize it, but your mind is working for you or against you, even while you are asleep. And the mastermind within you says that if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. And whatever idea you lift up before your subconscious mind, before you go to sleep, that idea is impressed upon the subconscious and it draws that to you. You'll wake up in the morning and the right ideas will just be clicking in your head.
You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about the solar flare. A lot of people talk about this, but I don't think they give you the correct information on it. See, the solar flare, right? When it hits, people say, oh, the solar flare is going to hit and we're going to gain our superpowers because it's going to change our DNA. That's not the truth. The truth is we already have this supposed superpower. It's already within us. That is the purpose of the frequency weapons that you constantly feel. It's always, you never feel free. Like if you're a chosen one or a TI, you're never free. You're constantly feeling radiation in your head, right? That's because that radiation is your kryptonite. They can't release you or let you go because the minute they let you go, your superpower, then your crown chakra is going to really open up. Your third eye is going to fully expand and you're going to be able to do what you really are meant to do, which is have abilities beyond others. But that's why they don't let you go. That's why you're constantly going to be attacked with frequency weapons. People are like, how do you be voice to skull technology or frequency weapons? You can't. They're not going to release you. You can only raise your frequency enough to the point where you don't feel it as much. But it's always going to be there because the minute they release you, that's when you're going to get your so-called superpowers. It's not because the solar flare is going to hit and change your DNA. It's because if the solar flare hits, it's going to turn off that machine that they've created for many years ago to stop human beings like you. They created that machine to keep you attached to it so that you don't become who you truly will become. So that's what happens if the solar flare hits. It's going to hit and turn that machine off and release everybody that has this ability, right? Like X-Men or like the DC superheroes. I know it sounds crazy and I know how, oh, this guy's seen too many movies. But if you're a TI and you know what I'm talking about because of these frequency weapons, you can relate. So that's how you know that, let's say you see the movie Leave the World Behind or the new movie that's coming out called Civil War. This is how you know if the solar flare, when the solar flare hits, right, and supposedly all power goes off, right? This is how you know if this is orchestrated by the powers that be, the elites, that so-called solar flare. That, oh, they're gonna hide in bunkers. But this is how you know if it's a fake solar flare and it's something that they purposely planned. You're gonna know if it's a fake solar flare attack where everything goes off. You're gonna know if it's fake Because once everything goes blank and we no longer have internet, we no longer have this, that, ways to communicate, the ones that are going to know the truth, the only ones that are going to know the truth are the targeted individuals and chosen ones. Because when everything goes off, they're going to still feel the frequency hitting them. Others are not going to feel it. Others are going to be like, nah, you're bugging out. But the targeted ones and the chosen ones are going to know this is a fake, the elite's plan. This is not really something universal or something that came from outer space, or this is something planned by the elites, because I'm still being held captive by the frequency weapons. Because if it was really a solar flare, the frequency weapons that they have attached to you will release you, and you're gonna know. And as a matter of fact, chosen ones and target individuals will want that to happen if that was the case, because they'll get released and their true powers will come out. But this is how you'll know, chosen ones and you target individuals, that it was something planned by the elites, where they're gonna turn everything off, but not really everything. They're gonna keep those frequency weapons on because they're afraid of releasing you. And this is how you'll know, because once everything goes blank, you know, no more power, no more electricity, somehow you're still gonna get those frequency, and you're gonna be like, this is just something plotted by them so that we can kill each other and make the job easier for them. But if it's really a solar flare, if it's truly 100% a solar flare that hits and knocks everything out, you're gonna be released. The frequency weapon is gonna be released, and then within like about hours, your crown chakra is gonna start.
Oh my god. No, please leave your thoughts on that, man. Beruga well helps push boat off the dock. Oh, this is beautiful, man. Oh, I mean, there's such a creature. Oh, man. You see, if I had seen this one, I would have thought it's not real. You see? It looks very beautiful. This one is full of surprises, man. They can change the shape of their body. Whoa, man, that's cool. I mean, this is incredible. His trainer taught him how to soak the entire crowd. Oh, and this is how it do. Oh, wait. Oh, this is good vibes, man. Maybe this guy can communicate with these animals, you see? Oh. Good people of Earth. Oh. You see, this one is very nice. This one reminds me of that story we were saying the other day of that guy that was carried by a whale in the stomach, you see? And taken somewhere else to do stuff. Oh. You see, maybe it was some good vibes guy like that one talking to whales. Or what do you think? Anyway, please also leave your thoughts about this. This stone that looks like some creature there that was done some stuff and returned to stone. But these are just normal carvings from stone.
Do you believe then, if the spider was not evolved, do you believe the spider was created by a creator?
Yes.
Okay, you're a Christian.
Yeah, I'm Christian.
Okay, all right. So do you feel like it's reasonable that a benevolent God would create a creature that would sustain itself by shoving its fangs into another living animal or insect, liquefying its insides, and then sucking out the insides to sustain itself as the prey animal or insect dies horribly? Does that sound like good design to you?
Good vibes, so the way, man.
You're gonna be fine. You'll be okay, because this is a big one. This is an optical phenomenon called mice scattering, and that is an eagle flying with a deer. That's an eagle trying to kill a goat. Globally, the symbol of the eagle has been used for almost all of human history, especially the winged disc. Most ancient traditions have a bird like Garuda that symbolize wisdom or light. That's why there's fire and light around it, like the Byzantine eagle here. The eagle then got mutated into an empire symbol, and then now we have the American eagle, which we all know. Okay, so why the bird though? There's a lot of cool creatures on the planet. Why the bird? Well, in that video, I showed you how ancient Sumer's art is actually describing diffraction patterns. They educated through art, so you learn through experience instead of sitting in a classroom all day. Okay, so when we pass light through a lens, the shape of the lens affects how the light comes out of the lens. Easy enough. When you pass it through a sphere though, it looks like this. The light parts are when the diffracted waves amplify, and the dark parts are where they cancel out. So when we look at it like a point source shining on a sphere, then we have the diffraction pattern. There are no eagles with red, green, and blue feathers in Egypt. It's illustrating chromatic aberration. That pendant was found in King Tut's tomb. It is the royal falcon of Egypt. Now when people explain Egypt, they say, oh, this symbolized this, or this was a myth for this, and it makes it really fun for kids to learn. That's why it's not interesting, because people just parrot off what they heard it means instead of actually digging into why it means that thing. Horus was light. The seraphim in the Bible, orbs with wings, same thing. There's different ways of saying the same thing. So what does this have to do with the American eagle? Well, clearly they stole the symbol, but for a good reason. If you have not been living under a rock, you'll know that the Washington Monument is an obelisk, and inside of that obelisk, you can go inside and go to the top. To go up it, you take an elevator with G-Dub's face on it, but most people completely miss what's above his head. It is an Egyptian winged disc. But do you know the connection? That is for another video. This video was actually explaining a page in my new book that's about to come out. In a few short days, it will be out. I'm just trying to clear a couple cool images. But it is the sequel to that book. That is Codex. And it is a high-level overview of everything that I talk about on my channel. You still have time to read it. There's a link in my bio, or baseforge.us has all my digital products, including this bundle that will be up for a couple more days of everything I've ever made. Someone buy it. It's already haircut time.
Good vibes, man.
Well, one thing that he pointed out is that some people think that it might be literature, and others say it's pure science, and that is a group called the Anunnaki. And that even this person working for the DIA knew about the relationship of Mars to the Earth, and the fact that the Anunnaki had been on Mars as a precursor to coming to Earth and ending up in conflict with the Greys and the Blondes. And it was fascinating because it meant to me that the United States government, inside of highly classified intelligence agencies that are responsible for investigating extraterrestrial biological entities, not only on the Earth, but on the Moon and throughout the solar system, they have a history that they consider to be fact. But if you went into Oxford or Harvard or other universities, you would not have a matchup on what our own government's history is. And it is extremely dramatic. It is that the Anunnaki came from another star system, apparently escaping some kind of war, ends up on Mars, ends up in war on Mars, might explain the hydrogen bomb evidence that may be on Mars. They come to Earth. They end up with a triangle of reptiles, of the Greys and themselves, and then they fight again. And he told me, he said, what we've come to learn, the Greys can make blonde bodies and reptile bodies and project themselves into the blondes of the reptiles. The reptiles can make blondes and gray bodies and project themselves into the blonde and the gray bodies. The blondes can make the reptilian bodies and the gray bodies and project themselves into it. And he said, Linda, what I've just said to you is the key to the history of this planet.
Right.
That the competing extraterrestrials can camouflage as each other's enemies.
Right, and that relates to what we were talking about earlier, the installation where it said that there are cloaking mechanisms to make certain incidents look like it's coming from humanity itself. And even